Alrighty. If you can hear me, will you clap one time? If you can hear me, will you clap twice? If you can hear me, will you clap 3 times? Grab a seat. Cool. Anybody talk to anybody that they'd never talked to before in their life? That was another new one. Keep doing that, right? Cool things will happen. So before you leave, please get your, I brought a Share Your Ideal card, a day card for everybody. This is what I'm tapping into when it comes to strategy. A strategy I have for my business is this. I want, my goal, my strategy, that when you wake up in the morning, at least a thought comes by, then the thought sounds a little bit like, how could today be cool? That's all. So we started a campaign. We started a Share Your Ideal Day campaign, where people are going to a website. They can watch a little video if they want. They can read a little example if they want. The first part of my book you can download for free from the internet. The prologue talks about Share Your Ideal Day. I wrote one in 1995. It changed my life. I keep on writing them. What I found is people are submitting their ideal days so much we decided to run a campaign, a contest. October, November, December, I'm going to go in, I'm going to pick one person's ideal day and fund it 100%. Remember I said a little bit early, doing something gives me the excuse to do something? This has been huge. We're getting press. I've talked on the radio, I've talked on television, I've talked in newspapers, I've talked in magazines. Right now I'm looking for a partner. A friend of mine said, Jason, what if you had a magazine partner with you on this? They start running Share Your Ideal Day. Doing something gives me that excuse to do something. Number 2, now that I've got that strategy, you shared that with your partner, you know the direction that you're heading in, am I working as efficiently as possible? Now, working efficiently as possible does not mean I wake up 30 minutes earlier in the morning. All right? That was old school time management. Who's got an iPhone? Who's ever heard of an iPhone? Cool. All right. Who's ever sent someone a text and you were so busy that you said, see you later, and you typed in see, you, and then you just left it? Who's ever done this? So if you go into the iPhone, you can actually amend the dictionary to make misspelled words become entire blocks of text. Riddle me this. Who's ever gotten an email from a client, you've been out, you got the email on there, you wanted to reply, but it was kind of a long response, so you waited till later when you were back at your computer. Who's ever, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. In my iPhone, I have programmed about 30 200 to 700 word blocks of text. Each one is 2 characters. When someone asks me what I do, the Mastering Workplace Performance seminar, I type in MWP. That's a 600-word email with a link to a website, with links to videos, and links to testimonials. At the bottom it says, sent from my iPhone. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about efficiencies. You've got to find a way to do the things that you want to be doing. One of the most efficient things that I can share with you is to start tomorrow morning by at least letting yourself ask, how could today be? Can you imagine what it would look like? Can you just imagine? In fact, what I'm going to ask you to do is to write this down for me. You got your piece of paper? I need you to write this down. 96 times 15. Write that down somewhere. 96 times 15. Okay. We've got 96 15-minute blocks of time in a day to be efficient, to be productive, to be active. You can start doing a budgeting exercise. Most people do this for their business. Do a budgeting exercise. You start subtracting, right? How many hours are you going to sleep? For me, that's 6. So now I'm down to 68 15-minute chunks. One little exercise in. For me, that's about 4. So now I'm down to 64. I love to eat, but I love to make what I eat. So now I need to subtract another 6 to 8. Do you see what I'm doing right here? Most people, the first time they do this, wind up with needing 107 to 112 15-minute chunks. What's the problem? Now we're in a physics situation. Why 15 minutes? I'll give you 3 reasons. Number 1, 15 minutes is about my attention span. I'm just being totally self-disclosing here. I can hold my focus on something for about 15 minutes at full intensity. Then I break away and come back. Now, by the way, I may only break for a moment. 60 seconds, get a cup of water. 2 minutes, watch a quick video. 5 minutes, look at my email inbox. Then I come back. Long enough to matter. In 15 minutes, I can read about 30 pages of a book. I can write 3 handwritten thank you cards. I can have 1 long conversation with my mom. If I only have 5 minutes, can't call my mom. Don't have enough time. short enough to find. I promise you, sometime in the next 48 hours, the universe will give you an extra block of 15 minutes. Are you ready for that? When we think about efficiencies, let me see if I can give you this one. How many of you communicate with clients via email? Right. Who's ever waited for a response from a client for too long? The reason why, I'm going to postulate, is that email is a noun-based system, and we work in verb-based vocabulary.